I would like to show you actually some of my ideas, the how can we just like possibility using the ChatGPT, the API, to building some voice virtual assistant just in 30 minutes. Okay. So the motivation, the why I want to do this, because the recently the ChatGPT is released by the OpenAI. It actually unlocks a new wave of global innovation. So many the new services application has been developed by the different people across the world, and it's actually just like changing almost every each industry. So it's going to be some like the disruptive and the revolutionary technique. Everybody can use it. Everybody can talk to the ChatGPT, and because it's just using the natural language to actually to communicate with the humans. So that is a big chance. We can do a lot of the innovations and the good stuff. So in summary, just welcome to the era of generative AI. Okay. So the motivation is actually like this. The window like ChatGPT is the latest, the most powerful AI chatbot, which understand like 100, the natural languages, and also all the common like programming languages, and it can doing the human like the dialogue and conversations, and also automatically generate some like the compute codes. So far, people can only like interact with the ChatGPT while the typing the text. Okay, so on the other hand, we know like the existing like voice assistant apps like the Amazon Alexa and the Google Home brings a much convenience to the daily life and help us to streamline our daily tasks. And it will improve our convenience and the productivities, and it's very the handy tools. So, however, their intelligence, is not even close, to that of the ChatGPT, in terms of natural language understanding and the natural language generation. So my idea is actually, how about we actually bring the best of both worlds together to create a ChatGPT-based virtual voice assistant, just available to you anytime, anywhere. Okay, that could be exciting. This is my solution execution plan. So just in 3 steps. First step, we just need to do the speech recognition, that is speech to text, and actually to take like the user's voice command and transcribe into the text. Then in the second step, we can just call the ChatGPT API or the GTP API in general to generate some replies to any question. And finally, in the third step, we can just like generate some synthetic voice data, that is using some text-to-speech API to verbally to reply to the user's questions. That's it. Okay. So we are actually rapidly to build a ChatGPT-powered and enabled virtual voice assistant in just like less than 1 hour. So let's do it. Okay. Python Jupyter Notebook I'm using to actually implement all the 3 steps to actually to build a ChatGPT based the enabled voice virtual assistant app, right? Okay, the first step, speech recognitions. Okay, so actually here I'm using the open source Python speech recognition packages, and actually there are many the other open source and commercial packages available. So the speech to text is actually some big topic. I'm going to allocate some dedicated session to properly introduce it. Okay, and all the technical options. So for today, and we just need to use in this open source Python library speech recognition to do some fast prototyping. So here you can see this is instructions to install all the dependencies. Okay, and once you install it, you can just import it. You can see the latest speech recognition package version is 3.10. Okay, so this is an one utility function I have been defined to actually to get the audio from the microphone and then do the speech to text transcription. So okay, so you can also like adjust like for the ambient, the noise levels and listening to the microphones and so on. Okay, so then after that we can just like to in the second step call the ChatGPT API to generate the replies to any questions. Okay, so here you also need to install some OpenAI packages as well. Okay, then you just like to the defined the the what's the completion API models and the embedding models you are going to using. Actually, we're using the same model as before for the QM bot build. So this model is actually the actual model behind the scene to empower the ChatGPT. Okay. Here also you need to actually to uncomment this line code and supplies your own OpenAI API key, which you can apply for free from the OpenAI's website. Okay, so here for security reasons, I just like remove my own API key. Okay, so then we define some utility function generate response calling the ChatGPT completion API. Okay, so then after that, we can just test it. Hello. Okay, the ChatGPT returns the response in text. Now I want it return the response to me in voice. Okay, that is actually what we are doing in the third step to the synthetic voice generation, text to speech. Okay, so here this is another utility function for the text to speech. So here we are using another open source Python library called the pyttsx3 for the text to speech, the purpose function here. So here we can write and see.
Hello, how can I assist you today?
Okay, that's good. Okay, so then we can put all three steps together to form some like we can just call the all the functions in one go in this function. Okay, what's the population of Finland?
As of 2021, the estimated population of Finland is around 5.5 million people.
Okay, that's good. The only thing I feel a little bit like tweaking is the speed of the voice. Okay, so can we just adjust it? And yes, we can. So for this the open source Python library, you can just like adjust the speech rate. Okay, so this is utility functions. We can adjust it from the default the 200 to actually to any like the voice rate we want. So here I just like adjust it to like to 100. Okay, and then at the last bit of the additions. So anytime if I want to stop my query, I just like set the magic word stop, and then the conversation will be stopped. Okay, let's try it. What's the population of America?
As an AI language model, I do not have access to real-time data. However, according to the United States Census Bureau, the estimated population of the United States as of July 2021 is approximately 332,915,073.
Okay, stop. Stop.
Thank you very much for using GPT-powered virtual voice assistant. See you soon.
Brilliant. Okay, we're done. Okay, today we actually is fast prototyping ChatGPT empowered voice virtual assistant. Okay, it is quite interesting. So just don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also download the notebook and the slides, and you can do some reproducible research and also building the interesting the ChatGPT empowered bot for your own scenario. Okay, hope it is useful to you and talking soon later next time. Okay, bye.